it's the Ghostbusters. This all seems very familiar.
You suck.
Good evening, and thank you for allowing me to come into your living rooms.
Hey guys, Ultra Maximus back with another 31 Horror Toys in 31 Days! And today we're going to take a look at a Target exclusive. It's the Transformers Ghostbusters Crossover Ectotron. It's actually the second release, and this has been repainted and repackaged for Ghostbusters Afterlife, which is pretty cool. So it's got a totally different package, and now he comes with two ghosts instead of one, and a comic book, which is issue 1 of the IDW crossover comic. So let's go ahead and jump in there and take a look at the packaging. So here we have Ectotron in the packaging, and it looks pretty cool. It's a nice bubble wrap box, which I like. It comes with a comic here in the back from IDW. It's got the Transformers logo, Ecto 1, down there. It's got the crossover logo up here, and it's got two ghosts instead of just Slimer, which is pretty cool. Side of the package has both robot and vehicle mode, nothing on the other side. So just kind of a close-up really quick. There's the comic that it comes with. There he is with these two ghosts. Logo and all that. Ectotron, Ecto 1. I love that. Very G1-esque. And again, here we have the robot, the vehicle, and the two ghosts. And the back of the package here is a very old school G1 poster art. It's got a write-up here at the top. It's got the tech specs, which is very nice. I like this down here. It tells you the strength and power and all that. And very, very G1-esque. So yeah, here's the artwork. Very cool. Here's a close-up of the write-up. If you want to pause and read that, you can. And then here are the tech specs. If you want to pause and read those, you can do that as well. Kind of a close-up. So yeah, pretty cool. There's all of his specs. Very neat, very fun, very G1-esque. I'm definitely digging this. And that's about it for the packaging. Let's go ahead and get this guy out of box and see what we think. So here we have Ectotron out of the package, and well, he's pretty much the same exact figure that we got from the first release, just a different paint job, but he looks cool. There are some minor differences with some of the paint apps and some of the accessories. We'll go over that, but yeah, overall, pretty cool, pretty fun. It's the same figure, just a repaint and a couple different accessory changes. So he's got his proton wand there, and then he's got his proton pack on the back here, which is pretty cool. Again, this works the same exact way. He definitely has some paint differences up here on the hood and like on the chest and the head with the goggles. So very cool. Articulation, head does move back and forth. Arms do move up and down. They swivel, and there's a hinge joint as well. The hands do move inward, but that's really more for transformation. There's nothing at the waist. Legs kick this far forward. They kick back about that far. They splay out really, really well. And then the feet do move up and down. There's the heel spurs back here where the cab is. He does have a mushroom peg swivel at the upper thigh as well. And the knee joint is nice and deep. And yeah, there's the swivel. So yeah, pretty cool. And that's pretty much it for articulation. Now, he does come with the two ghosts right here, so let's take a look at them really quick. He does come with the same exact Slimer. In fact, it's about the same color that we got before. He's a little bulbous, rubbery piece. He's got kind of a flat bottom with a little pinhole that you can put him on a stand, and rubbery arms, very ectoplasmy looking, I suppose. But he also comes with the new ghost from Afterlife, which I believe is it Chomp is this guy's name? He's got a bunch of different little arms and legs, and they're all rubbery and He's all wrinkly, and he eats things, I guess, in this movie. We'll see when it comes out. But again, yeah, he's kind of a little rubbery dude, and that's pretty much it for the ghosts. So taking a closer look at the figure itself, again, it's the same sculpt, but we have different paint apps. First of all, it's a much dingier white color than what the original Ecto-1 was. The wire on the proton pack is more yellow. We've got rust on the shoulders. There's silver on the chest. The goggles have a different paint job. The Ghost logo, I don't know how well it's going to show up here, has kind of a crackle effect in it, like it's distressed and worn out. And there are other little paint differences throughout the robot mode as well. But yeah, overall, it's pretty cool. It's just a different paint job. Now, taking a look at the midsection of the figure, again, it's pretty much the same figure. We've got the little blue proton pack wire going to the proton pack itself. The body, same mold, about the same paint apps that we see on the middle section of the body. Again, the white is, more dingy because it's kind of giving that older, worn effect. And finally, taking a look at the feet of the figure itself. Again, same mold, dingy white. The ambulance lights are a faded blue instead of brilliant blue. There's silver on the wings of the back of the ambulance. There's brown on the shins instead of silver. And I think about everything else is the same. Now, the ambulance ladder is on the left side of this instead of the right side, which is different. For comparison, here we have the Afterlife Ectotron with the original release side by side. As you can tell, there are some huge paint differences between the two, especially the rust at the top that doesn't exist on the original release, and this one's more of a yellowy color. The goggles are also painted differently. There are silver paint apps, and then this one's got silver on the chest, where this one's got brown on the chest, and then this one's got brown around the belt, and this one's got silver, and then other paint differences are silver on the shins versus brown. The PKE meter my original one has is from Fire Talks Reviews. I'll add a link to that video and where you can find that if you're interested. But looking at these guys side by side, again, the Ghost logo is kind of crackled on the Afterlife version versus the original white one. I don't know if it can show up very well on the camera, but there is a difference for sure. And then looking at the proton packs, the original's got more of a gold wire versus that one has a yellow, so they're different there in that aspect. And looking things over, I would say that again, you've got the silver versus the white on the tail fins. That is definitely different, and then the lamps of the ambulances are different. So yeah, if you're interested in this PKE meter, it's Fire Talks Designs, and I will add a link to the video where I reviewed it so that you can find out how to get a hold of one of these yourself. So just kind of a close-up. Yeah, I mean, see difference in the colors. One's kind of an eggy color. This one is just definitely white. No rust paint apps on it. So very different for sure. Alright, so taking a look at the ambulance mode here, it transforms exactly the same as the original, but there are some key differences. For instance, the ladders on this side with the blue cable, it's a yellowy color. The Ghost logo is kind of crackled. Like I said, we got rust on the front. No ladder on this side, which is very different. This one does have the Ghost logo on the back. It rolls really, really well. So yeah, here's the hood with the rust on it. That looks cool. The crackle on the Ghost logo. Again, I'm not sure if you guys can see that. There's the ladder. The silver on the wings. No ladder on this side. The lights are definitely a lighter blue. This has the Ecto-1 license plate on the back as well. The first one did not. So yeah, definitely some differences in the vehicle mode. Alright, so taking a look at the vehicle mode, do a 360 on it. Again, definitely some differences. The ladder on the right side, I think, is because of the door with the gun from the movie. My original one did not have that Ghost logo or the Ecto-1 license plate on the back. I don't know if that was a QC issue, but this particular figure does. Again, that wire is way more yellowy than it is bronzy gold on the original. And then the silver on the tail fins versus white, the ladder over there. Yeah, I mean, just definitely some differences, which is cool. It looks old and worn out, which is what it looks like in the upcoming film. For comparison, here we have the Afterlife Ectotron with the original release, so definitely the rust differences there for sure. The wires are different. The Afterlife has a ladder on this side where this one did not. The ladder is over here on the right side of this one. And again, I think that's because they're going to have that gun gimmick in the movie, which is why it's not there. So, yeah, is what it is. Definitely different with these wires. For sure, the eggshell versus the stark white. The lamps on this one is a very rich blue versus a faded out blue from the sun, which is kind of cool. The backs of them are very different. My Ectotron, the first one, doesn't have anything on it, where this one's got the Ghost logo and this one didn't. And it's got the Ecto-1 where this one didn't. And I don't know if that's a production error on mine or not. If you know, if your guys is like this, let me know. But this is pretty cool. Definitely digging that. It's got all that on there. Looking cool for sure. Now the tops, all the equipment, that's all the same. There's nothing that's changed there. So yeah, they're pretty much all the same. But yeah, definitely interesting to see them side by side. And, you know, looks pretty cool to see the original Ghostbusters Ecto-1 versus the Afterlife version. So is the Target exclusive Ghostbusters Transformers Crossover Ectotron from the upcoming movie Ghostbusters Afterlife, is that something that you want in your Transformers collection or Ghostbusters collection? I'm going to say yes, especially if you missed out on the original version of this figure from the original Ghostbusters movie. This was a good way to get this figure again. It wasn't very cheap. It was about $60 at Target, and I've only seen 3 of them on the shelf, and I ended up buying all 3. One to review, one to keep, and then I gave one to a friend. I like the figure. I think it's fun. I think this repaint is really cool. It's very interesting to see the two side by side and the differences, and it comes with an extra ghost, so that's pretty darn cool. And, you know, it's kind of given me the taste for the upcoming Ghostbusters Afterlife movie. So there he is, Ectotron from Ghostbusters Afterlife, for 31 horror toys in 31 days!
See you next Wednesday.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. To watch more Ultra Maximus, click on the links to the right. Be sure to click all the things, subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell for new videos, and follow me on all the social medias, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Links in the description below.